In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you save a valuable ally or do you save your seeds? 13 enter, 1 will leave. This is the greenhouse. Alright everyone, it is time for another auction. 12 minutes on the clock. Good luck.
Let's start with you.
Sorry.
Thinking about trying to buy up?
I mean, I didn't want to,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that was my, I don't know. I don't know how unsafe I am.
I mean, personally, if I was up and I had the coins to buy it, I'd buy it. Because I feel like Clyde just had enough, didn't buy it, and
Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I only have one, so I wouldn't have enough if I was up.
Yeah, I only have one, so I do not have enough.
How many does Lily have?
I don't know.
2
Oh.
She has 2 and then she just got a third, so she has at least 3. But even if, like, you tried to buy it and then she bought it over you, it would still be like, you know, maybe, like, see if she's gonna buy it and then play
I
it.
feel like there's no way to ask that without.
Well, like, once we get there, she'll be like,
Oh.
I would like to buy
I
it.
bid,
And then
yeah.
you'd be like,
I can bid higher.
yeah. I don't know. It's like, I mean, how do y'all, because, like, they keep going off, like, just that.
I know.
They keep going off. I've tried to talk to them,
They're not
and
gonna talk
they
to me.
don't
I, like,
talk to
gave
me,
up.
so I'm done trying.
I mean, clearly they're going to try to vote one of us.
Yeah, they don't.
And they're going to pick one and I'll go for the same one. They're not going to split.
I mean, I don't want either of you two to go. I just don't see, you know, a world where Lily goes in this spot.
No, she's definitely not leaving.
Sorry. I don't
What were
want
they
to.
saying? I mean, you guys are the ones
Yeah.
who like, could talk to them.
I know Clay was just kind of like defaulting to you just based on like, I have no idea what, but I think he was just defaulting to you, and then like there weren't that many people to talk about, and so like your name came up, and so I don't know who they plan on exclusively targeting, but I think if they play Uproot, it'll be interesting because it'll mean that they don't feel as confident as they once might have. So I mean, I might just like go around and see if like you can get as many seeds as possible just in case they want to buy Uproot. Just because like, I don't know if you want one of you two to go. I feel like it would just be better if both of y'all stayed, but I don't know.
It's better if Lily stays on the block, but that's not going to happen because they have so many seeds. I feel like between that group.
But will Clay, because Clay has the most, so like will Clay give them? There's Clay.
That's,
Need to get him.
I think he might.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't,
not. Maybe some.
It might be beneficial to bid for Uproot. I mean, if that's like the
if that's
worst
the
case,
end, then like what's
case
the
scenario.
point? Yeah.
Right now I'm feeling glad that I'm not up for banishment. I'm really kind of surprised about that, but in a good way. So that's good that I'm not nominated this round. But I'm feeling very sketchy and suspicious of just about everybody. The only person I really feel genuine, like I feel as a genuine person right now is Gabby. Other than that, like it's really hard to tell who is with who and who I can trust. Like Patrick is an ally, but at the same time, I feel like can go either way. The same thing for Brody. I really don't know how to feel about those people that are in the middle. And then as far as like that alliance with like Lily and Victoria and Caitlin, I don't like them at all. And I want them to go. I want them to go out of the game. And I don't know why Victoria's still here. That made no sense. And I'm really kind of like salty that Brody and Patrick went with that. Like, why is Clyde not still here? I don't get it. And I'm feeling salty right now, and I don't like how the game is going. I feel like two genuine people are sitting in those chairs when there are other people that are more deserving. So, I don't know.
Like, do you feel comfortable telling me why you didn't put Laura up? Like,
Yeah, well,
Why
I
did you
said
put Maddie?
over here that if he
Yeah.
didn't put Maddie up, Maddie was going to be my choice. Because that's what we had talked about, but then they were saying that he was talking about putting Maddie up. And I was like, well, if he does that, I'll choose Laura, but if not, I don't want to target Laura right now.
okay.
I'd rather stick with the consensus of Gabby.
Okay. Okay.
Because I feel like I can buy myself another round with Laura by not putting her up.
Gotcha.
There is always the risk that,
I see what you mean
you
now.
know, like
Yeah.
I didn't want to create two enemies,
Yeah.
two stronger enemies.
Okay, that
in
makes
one,
sense.
In one round.
I didn't fully understand
Yeah.
like your reasoning, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then he actually stuck to what we had talked about.
Let's do a shot.
Okay. Let's down that. But yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do it while other people are looking, but I did promise you I was going to give you 2 seeds, and I'm going to do that because I'm a man of my word. Because she got kind of shafted in the dice immunity challenge. So, as a sign of good faith, I'm going to give her 2 of these. So, there she is.
Love him.
Yes.
Ride or die.
And as I said, I was not coming for Carlin or Brody in that last round in any kind of way. My replacement nominee, if he would have put Maddie up instead, would have been Laura. But I'm really not trying to form enemies in Gabby and Laura in one round if I can help it.
Yeah.
And I told Laura I wasn't really coming for her, so I'm trying to maintain that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like a lot of the other women are very nervous about her, but I don't share that right now.
Okay.
How do you feel? Nervous? Yeah. I think I'm just I love everybody, but that's not how this game is played.
Just had a conversation with Laura, Maddie, and Gabby is thinking of bidding for Uproot.
Ah, damn.
So I'm just
Okay.
keeping you aware of that right now.
How many is she bidding? She bid 3.
She has 4.
She has 4.
Only 4.
So then other people would need to outbid her, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I could give
Yeah, I have extras too.
seeds to people.
We could make sure Lily got that. Is Maddie in on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but Maddie only has 1 seed.
Right. What if Laura has any?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but she has to have something.
Gotcha. I want to make sure Lily's protected in this round.
Wait, when-
because he did put her up as like a pawn.
Because they are very open with me there.
Gotcha.
And then Patrick was like, I really don't want you two to go at all.
To
But
Laura
like,
and
or not to Laura, but to Maddie. And Gabby was kind of like, my hands are tied.
he's totally gunning for Gabby though. From what he's told me.
I don't know. I'm starting.
Unless he's not.
We need to be
telling-
careful about him.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely not my like number 1 go-to. But I'm trying to trust him right now because Brody
He's playing
seems to.
everybody. Everybody.
Damn.
So word on the street is that I'm pretty sure Gabby is going to bid for Uproot as her like last chance at survival. She has 4 coins or 4 seeds, so that is as much as she can bid unless she were to get seeds from somebody else. And then Maddie only has 1 seed, so she's not going to like bid for any bid.
Yeah, but Maddie could give her
Right,
that 1
she
seed.
could, but-
So if she does that,
I just talked to Clay about like preparing Lily with like enough seeds just in case she does have to outbid him.
Yeah.
Or even we can, because we can hold on to the power. So yeah, they're very.
but like, I'm wondering what the loyalty is to Maddie, because would we even need to use the Uproot if it just, like, would we even need to bid for it if it came down to Lily and Maddie?
I would say no, but the only issue is that then you have Gabby still in the game and Laura, and they're mad and they're coming for
Oh,
blood.
yeah, you're right.
Is my thing.
You're right.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right.
These flytrap girls are just like so covered and so safe, and I don't know who I can talk to about trying to break them up because they're just so whatever, and I feel like I'm just walking them to the end, like doing their fucking dirty work, and it's so obnoxious because they just did the flytrap move, and now all of a sudden they're like, untouchable, but they need to fucking go. Like, these women
An interview.
are locked in as a group of 3, and nobody.
It's Patrick.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you can come in. Let's make it a group.
I feel good. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who everybody's voting for to see if I need to like.
Well, I was in a conversation with Maddie and Gabby, and none of them seemed in, like, Gabby was, like, floating the idea of using Uproot, but I don't know, like, she didn't seem super confident on it, so I don't know, is Lily planning on using it?
Not that I've heard.
I don't know. But the thing about it is, and what, I mean, I guess, like, between us is, like, I don't know how many chips Lily has. I'm sorry, seeds. I don't know how many seeds Lily has.
Great verbiage.
But I don't know how many seeds,
The only person I know who has a lot of seeds is Clay. Past that, everyone else is, like...
and that's true, and I mean, I think that's, I don't know, that's a little risky.
Yeah.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit, but the thing is,
Well, where are y'all leaning as far as, like, the vote?
I don't know yet. I really don't.
I nominated Gabby and Lily and told them I wanted them both to stay.
yeah.
So, like, if y'all vote for one of them, I would be a little bit disappointed, but, like, obviously, if it's best for your games, I understand.
Yeah.
And, like,
I think we're getting
I
to the
trust y'all,
point.
so I'm not super worried about, like, you guys, like, totally blindsiding me and, like, taking out someone. Because I don't feel super strong connections with any of them. Lily's probably the one I feel at least closest to right now. Because I haven't
Right.
talked to Gabby too much, and I'm pretty sure she threw the vote on you. But someone told me, I think Clay told me, that the reason she voted for you was because you have the bounty on her.
And right, and that makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
to
and
me it
that's
makes
why
sense, but I don't know why she wouldn't, like,
and
tell us.
Well, right, and I mean that's easy for me
I'm
to
gonna
get.
go talk to other people.
Yeah. No, don't feel tied to us. Don't feel tied to me and Victoria.
Didn't think I was ever gonna get away.
Walk it out. Oh my god. Who is that?
Yeah, I feel that was. I mean, I guess that's pretty much everyone's guess too. That makes the most logical sense.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't want you to, like, read too much into this, but, like, between, like, the girls, like Caitlin, Lily, and then also Clay, who would you feel like the most like tight with?
I don't really know. At this point, I think it's too. We have too big of a group right now. Like for us to really say that, you know. I think it's going to become more clear as the game goes on because right now it's too.
Well, the
broad.
people that I feel the closest with of like y'all four are probably you and Clay. And I feel good with Lily. I haven't talked too much with Caitlin, but like every time I talk to her, it's good. Like I feel comfortable. Like I like that she had immunity. If it didn't even wouldn't have crossed my mind, and I was never gonna put you up, obviously.
Yeah.
Bid 3 for Uproot.
Gabby has officially bid 3 seeds on Uproot. Just put your 3 seeds on the Uproot.
What are you doing this round? And the reason I'm asking is because I trust you with this information. There are very few votes. We're going to have 4 votes, I think, after the banked ones. Is it worth trying to get one of the girls out now that Lily's up? Lily would not be my option. First choice.
But how would we get any of the other ones out?
We wouldn't. I'm just saying.
I mean,
is it better to get one than none? Because the thing is, the longer 3 people like that stay in this game, they are locked.
Yeah.
Because I think they still have Clay over us. As of now, I haven't been able to like pull him aside yet. I like Carlin, but she's most loyal to Clay and then Patrick.
Oh, really?
She's definitely most loyal to Clay.
Okay.
So we just need to be aware of that. Clay has a lot of power right now.
Really? Oh, he has all those seeds.
He has a shitload of seeds. I think I have him. So I'm keeping a count.
Well, he had 5, and then he got...
He's at 5 right now.
So?
He's just talking. He thinks he might block me.
Block, like I was going to give him 1
A
block.
banked vote?
Yeah. And then block some, because I don't want to give blocks if I don't have to the other side.
Exactly.
So really there's going to be 4 votes.
By the time it's all said and done.
So we need 3 confirmed votes.
What
on
happens
our
if it's a
side.
tie?
Rose.
Rose, which is
Clay.
Clay.
Clay breaks it, so really, I don't see it.
I don't see
No,
that
you're
happening.
so safe.
So, no, yeah, I'm not super worried. So, I wouldn't go with drink for Carlin.
No.
I like Carlin. I think she's on her side, but I mean,
she
eventually
is.
she's gonna have to jump to save herself.
She knows she's on the outs.
Right. I think she knows she's not like a core. You know what I mean? So she knows she's gonna need that.
So where do you stand with the girls? The girls.
As far as this round,
I think in general. Because
I mean, in general, I think I still have my.
Patrick's starting to get nervous.
Is he?
And so I don't want it to be a target on you because of it, if that makes sense.
Right. I think that I still have my closeness with the TBR women as of right now. Just trying not to get pulled with them too much because I don't have any kind of like deal with them. I think it's sort of like unspoken that we all trust each other right now.
So I guess
at some point there will
long-term-
come a time where we can't do that.
Yeah. Because the thing is, what I don't want to happen is those three, me, you, and say Patrick or one of those other ones is the six,
Right.
and then no matter what, we're done.
Right. No, I definitely feel like I can manipulate that or not manipulate it. I can choose my stance on that when the time comes. As of right now, people that I am very loyal to are you, Carlin, Johnny, and probably Victoria because she's just the least bit of a game player, you know, like
Aggressive.
Like Lily and Caitlin are always like, "Can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "Oh God, about what?"
So the reason I'm bringing this up is I was
know.
talking with Johnny just now, and we were both like, I really like Clay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the girls trust me at all.
As of right now, I think they do.
Okay.
There has been talk of how powerful of a player you can be.
Yeah.
But
if I
that's
have a
not
bit
that's
power.
not in play right. That's not in play right now.
Yeah.
And I don't see you playing that kind of game right now.
I think that she has access to at least 5. So we need to be prepared.
I'm fine with giving you all of mine, and we just give you the ones you don't use.
Wait, what?
Gabby bid on uproot, so we're trying to outbid her.
Hit 3.
She bid 3.
Yeah.
And
Can I
think
just
she
give you
can
mine, and whatever you don't use,
can we-
back? Can we just give you ours?
Do we just go
Well,
back?
I don't want to vote on it.
Uproot means Gabby is taking herself off.
Can she take herself, or is it someone else?
She's trying to take herself.
She who can't.
But it
take
would be
herself.
better for
But do we want to?
her to. It would be better for her to do it so she can take herself.
Well, here's the
that's
thing.
fine if you're
But
comfortable giving me.
if you're still safe, it's better to keep the 4 that we'll need. I'm not saying that's the route we need to go. I'm just trying to figure out. Let's not run to a conclusion.
Well, she is bidding on it, so we have to outbid her. The question is, who's going to outbid her?
Well, we don't have to because we still have Maddie up on the block too.
I'd rather go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to weigh out our options.
Yeah, no, I get you. It would be cheaper.
Stop.
How dare you? Sorry, I am a Costco freak. I cheap.
Well, can't you just go? It's an auction. You can go back and forth.
Right, but I don't know how many I'm going to need.
Yeah, and if they tie it, it goes 50-50.
That's her bank
They give you the little blue ones. The red ones are the bank ones.
How many are we?
She's gonna give back
got
whatever
4
she
right now.
doesn't use, but I think it's the strategy is
Yeah,
to
that's
go
fine.
one up at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
Cheapest.
All right, go do it for you on that time.
Get a girl.
So when I
Got me.
wait,
Did not budge.
What are you doing? Hello. Can I bid?
You can.
Okay, I would like to bid on uproot.
Okay, so you would have to bid 4.
Okay,
Or you could match at 3 if you
No,
only have 3.
If you only have 3,
I have 4.
so then you have to bid all 4.
So then I just place them right here?
Yes. Okay. Lily has officially bid 4 seats on uproot, beating Gabby's bid of 3.
I'll match her at 4.
Is that all you have?
Yes.
Okay, the bid is currently matched at 4 between Lily and Gabby. If it remains matched, it will be decided by random.org.
All right.
5. Lily will up the bid to 5 seeds.
I'm out.
Gabby is out.
I'm prepared to call it. Lily has purchased uproot for 5 seeds.
Thanks, Mom.
How would you like to use it?
I would like to use it on myself.
All right, Lily has been removed from the block, so that means only Gabby and Maddie remain as nominees. I'll give you about 20 minutes to prepare for the banishment. Halfway through that, I will ask Johnny to block votes. All right? So prepare. If you don't need that long, we will go right to voting. So I'll just kind of read the room. Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm pleased with
You think you're going?
I feel like I am.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
I would recommend you campaign a little harder this time. I think that if you would have done that with Clyde, I mean, obviously nobody voted for you, but I think that this group is responding well to that. Maybe.
Well, to campaigning?
Not to campaign, but just to talk a lot.
Like, talk to them.
Mhm.
And like they just are like, not right now. And so I just, okay.
Yeah, you just gotta take it. I just hop in, I'm like, I'll talk to you right now. You know, like I said, a couple of people who were nervous about you wanted me to put you up. And because I told you I was not going to, as a sign of good faith, I hope that you at least recognize that
Absolutely.
I was not gunning for you.
Yes, I'm so appreciative, and I really feel like in the dice game, whenever we swapped, like that was my way of like letting you know, like we're good.
And I felt that. I mean, and we were helping each other, and it ended up working out for both of us.
Yeah, if I were to come into power,
I just wanted to let you know, like, even though some of those people who are nervous about you are talking to me, it is not shared.
And I don't get why they're nervous about me. Like, I have laid so low, and I haven't won anything except the Price is Right, which that didn't even really do anything for me.
I feel like you are kind of like a Brody type scenario where, like, they've seen you, that you've played other things before, and they just automatically get nervous. But like I said at the very beginning, I don't want to base this game off of like, well, you did this on that game. It's like, it's a totally different game, and it doesn't like, it doesn't encompass you as a person. Like, everybody plays games differently. And like, I feel this game, even though it might bite me in the ass at some point, like, I'm trying to be fairly transparent.
Yeah. No, if I ever come into
power... I'm trying to stay true to my word. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I do appreciate that. And trust me, you would not even be anywhere near, like, the list of people that I would want to nominate if I were to ever come into power. And I do recognize that, and I totally appreciate it. Because I really thought I was going to be up there.
So here's the tea. I am in this rather precarious position where I have all of my Baton Rouge ladies who we have this sort of unspoken understanding. It's not really an alliance necessarily, but I am using it to my advantage right now because at this point I don't think they're gunning for me. I have their trust. However, I am interested in aligning with people who I don't know from my outside life, and I think that that's a more interesting game to play. And so I had told Laura early on that I was not gunning for her, and that if she kind of scratched my back, I would scratch hers. When it came to the immunity dice challenge, we did swap 4 each, and I ended up getting seats and she ended up getting immunity, so that worked. With Patrick putting up Gabby and Lily, I knew that my safe bet would be Maddie, and I even told her this time, like, talk to people a little more, like, don't be so, she feels like the decision's already made, and I don't feel like it's already made. I feel like more people are honestly thinking of Gabby, unless she's like campaigning hardcore. And so I hope that she kind of fights for it. But I was not trying to create enemies in Gabby and Laura in the same round. And I just had to talk with Laura, and we're okay for now. I don't know if she's like with me 100%, but you know, I'm just trying to lay as low as I can for as long as I can. So I'm not as nervous going into Daisy Chain, but that's super unpredictable. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Cool.
So I'm just not trying to feel too comfortable, but I'm not trying to get anxious yet because I'm okay for this moment, for this round. But girl, this could go south quick. It really could. And the tea is I'm going to watch out for me. And I'm going to watch out for as many people as I can around me. But if it's me or somebody I love, bye, bitch.
Okay.
Emotions.
Feelings.
I don't know about Patrick.
You don't know.
Yeah. I don't know about Patrick.
Okay.
I told you that already.
I know, but I'm seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we were talking over here.
Wishy-washy.
We were talking over here, and he said something about voting for Gabby, like kind of like how he doesn't know how he would feel about that, like if we voted for Gabby when he
was like close with us. He tried to get information about who I was most loyal to.
Yeah.
You or Clay, and that's I don't
That's sus.
That's a little suspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't believe he is going to vote for Gabby. I think
I
you
also
can definitely
just-
count that he's going to vote for Maddie. So yeah.
I also just saw him like whispering things into Gabby's ear.
You're definitely going to block Brody's vote, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who else are you thinking you might block?
That is up because I feel like we're at no risk now, so it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
We need at least 3.
And you want to think about it this way.
But what
too.
about?
You want to think about.
Oh, because I'm off the chopping block.
If we agree, if we know who people are voting
No,
for.
then she's gonna get another banked vote.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello. What do you think?
I mean, I think I'm gonna probably block someone's vote as like a maybe like a. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the right strategy for it.
Well, I think the right strategy is if the majority of us know how people are going to vote, then you might want to choose somebody who we are suspect that they are not going to vote how they say they're going to vote, and that could kind of be a confirmation.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
you don't, you know what I'm saying? You
The
don't.
problem is you give them
wanna
a
see
banked
how
vote
they
for a
vote.
future round. That's the
Yeah.
only problem.
No, I'm saying
So it
you,
gives them a swing.
I'm sorry, I think I might have misspoke. You don't want to bank their vote.
Gotcha.
I'm saying you might want to bank somebody's vote
Right.
who
If
we
I,
already know.
Yeah. That's
because
what
we're not, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's what we thought about too.
I want to use it as like a pawn, I guess, like a piece,
Exactly.
you know, for future
Yeah,
use.
Exactly.
It's like, who are y'all thinking about,
Blocking their votes?
no, like voting for?
I mean, now it's 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think we should vote for Gabby over you?
I feel like Gabby's a very strong player, and I think if you would get Gabby out, you would have a good alliance with me, because if I tell you I'm gonna do something, like I proved it with you. I didn't put you on the block. I told Jessica that I personally was not comfortable putting her on the block earlier. If I tell you that like I'm not gunning for you, and if I tell you, I'm being straightforward. I'm not gonna like go behind your back and be like, oh well, they did this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And I see that.
Yeah.
I believe you. That I think you are trustworthy in that way. I would say you had said something in the last elimination about not being like the most threatening of the nominees.
Yeah.
And I think that's true. However, I would
I'm gonna
if
go
you
talk to Clay and Brody and all.
I
Y'all
need
can
to
do
talk
this.
to you too.
Okay, we'll meet me after that. Or you can come with me if you're done in this conversation.
Okay.
I think like if you get past this round and you don't get eliminated, like that's not next round. It's not. They're like the stakes are
No.
getting higher and higher. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no, no, no.
You know what I mean? I'm saying.
I was
I'm not-
talking specifically for like that round.
Yeah, I
like,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
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 I do think it's gonna be maybe 50-50. I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody else. I have no idea what people are thinking. But I think saying what you said to us, I think you need to tell everybody that, truthfully. I do. I think it's hard to campaign for yourself. I didn't want to do it either
Yeah.
when we were up. I
Yeah.
didn't want to do it. It just feels kind of like, well, if they're going to vote for me, they're going to vote for me. But I think it's important, like what you said, for other people to hear, because some people might not know that, right?
Yeah.
That you told Caitlin something and you stuck to your word.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring Gabby, right? Yep. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, hey Lily, come here. Okay, so we have your vote. How many votes do we have against Gabby that we know of?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
So we have a majority.
already.
Yeah.
So what about if you take me out of it? Would we still have majority?
Yes. Because there's 5.
Then-
Well, wait. 1, 2. I'm so bad at math. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 total votes.
And
So
I
you're gonna
trust
take out
Carla.
2. So you need
Me
5. So you
too.
still just need 3 votes, right?
We need
So
to talk
yeah,
to
even if you
Carla.
take out one of these 4 people, but you're still good
If you block me, then I'll have 2 banked votes.
Okay.
for later
So-
on. Yeah, I think you
so
could
I think
give
you
it to
should
her or
block
Victoria.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think her and Brody would be safe choices. I mean, we'd still have the majority because me and Victoria would all vote the same way. So
Okay.
Yeah.
we'd still have the same thing. We're still
Okay.
thinking Gabby, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So, my understanding is that Johnny is going to be my vote, so I'm not going to get a vote. Just talking with people, I think the fact that she used uproot against you says a lot. If that, you know what I'm saying? I think the majority coming after you.
Okay, I figured that.
I don't know where the votes lie and who the votes are even. Because once I was told that I'm getting banked, I really didn't look into it because I
Fair.
don't have the power to do anything.
Do you think they think I'm a threat?
I think just more than Maddie.
Yeah.
Not so much that you're like gonna tear them down kind of
Yeah.
thing. I think it's just more than Maddie you're threatening because you actually have like gone out and made relationships and alliances and things like that. So I think that's more where their nerves lie, if that makes sense. So
Interesting.
but yeah, that's what I'm picking up on
Now,
everything.
did Lily get those seeds from other people?
She did. She got, so she had 3, I believe, originally. I think she got, you did 4, so she did 5. I think Carlin gave her 1, and I think Victoria gave her 1. So I think that's where those came from. I think they all gave her more than that, just in case you had like 6.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about where I'm at, which means something has to change, and I have to make a move. The catch is, I haven't had power for 2 rounds at all. I've just been kind of like, oh shit, I could be up, and I've been lucky enough to skate by and not get nominated, and I know I'm safe, so that's great. That's the great thing about the fly trap being used first round, why I was all for it, because now if I'm not nominated immediately, I'm not going up. At least until after Daisy Chain next round. I think I'm good on Daisy Chain. I don't think I'm anybody's last, which is really all I'm asking for here. But for then, I need power after, and I need to figure out if Clay is with Johnny and I, or if he's going to side with the girls. He has to make a decision. I think it's stupid on his part to go with the girls, because those 3 are always gonna favor each other over him, no matter how much they talk to him about it, just because they've been around each other the whole game and they've now been grouped together as far as the fly trap, etc., etc., etc. So I think he needs to be careful, but I do think he's very powerful. And he and I both are doing like little one-on-ones, looking back and forth at each other, so we know what we're talking about here. And I think he understands the situation he's in, but I'm gonna win power after Daisy Chain, and I'm gonna change this game, because something needs to happen soon, and I'm tired of sitting around waiting for the change to happen, because nothing's happening.
How close are you with those girls? Because I, like...
As close as I need to be to survive.
I know, but in an instance where you're willing to give them seeds, like, they're really powerful.
Yeah, but we need Gabby gone, so I'm willing to do what it takes to...
I don't get what your big thing is with Gabby and Laura. They're so non-threatening, and they're so... Carlin, these people are not gonna go after you. But if you keep a big contingency of people that are only loyal to each other together, eventually it's gonna be you that goes.
Well, I mean,
If you feel differently, I feel closest in that group with Clay and Victoria.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 that I feel the best with. Of those 4, if you count Caitlin and Lily. And I feel good with Lily, but I haven't talked to Caitlin very much.
I know, they've always had my back. Like, I've never had to question anything. But I mean, I understand that it gets to a point where they turn on everybody else and they remain 3. So I'm not saying keep it up.
No, and I don't want you to think that I was like accusing you of being like whatever. I just wanted to make sure.
They have the numbers
No,
right now.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that.
No, I'm totally aware.
Okay.
I am.
That's really
No,
smart.
I am.
I just get worried because.
No, don't.
Because I feel so good with you.
Don't get paranoid.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Cool.
I see where you're coming from though,
Okay.
but like, we really need to start talking about the next move and what we're gonna do, because the longer, you're right, the longer we keep them together, the more powerful they're gonna become.
But would you think we should try to do something next round?
As early as we can, yes.
Is there anybody else that you feel particularly good with?
Brody.
Yeah, I feel good with Brody. I was thinking me, you, Brody, and Clay.
Okay.
100%.
We just have to get Clay, and Clay in the past has.
He's wishy-washy?
I wouldn't say he's wishy-washy, but he's really tight with those girls. So we just have to give him a deal that he can't refuse for our loyalty.
No, but I think it's much too early to go to him and be
Okay.
like, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
So that's
it's
why I
early.
was happy that you kept working on him.
Yeah.
And kept him whatever.
You know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's exactly what I'm doing.
I love that. If Gabby goes, that would suck. But it wouldn't be like the end of the world because she would also give her seats to Laura, and that would put Laura at like 8.
Well, that's what I'm doing is proving my loyalty on that side until I can cut him. So
I love that. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because you're really coming after me. I was listen,
I'm a
got
nervous
you.
person when I play these games, and like,
I'm aware.
and I trust you.
I trust you too.
Like literally, whenever it came to nominations, I was like, I'm not putting Carlin. I promise.
You make me nervous though. Because you're talking to everybody and you're like, oh, I don't want you two to go. And then you're like, yeah, we're getting our own. So it's like very back and forth. And I want to make sure that you're being 100% honest and genuine with me.
Okay, with you, I'm 100% being honest. My thing was, I was doing what you were doing, but a little bit less like.
But you also told Brody that you're putting Lily on the block, and you didn't tell me that.
When did I talk to you?
You talked to me before you talked to Brody.
I talked to you first?
I think so.
But that was just, I just wanted to ensure that you knew you were safe. I didn't want to, like, I talked to Brody, like, right before I went to talk to Lily and told her I was putting her up.
Yeah,
it wasn't, like, a set in stone
well,
thing.
I know, but, like...
I don't want you to think that I was, like,
Well, I'm just saying that, like, I didn't know, and so when he mentioned it, I was like, what?
I will do
That's
my
the only
best
thing.
to be forward about information in the future. But just know, like, everything I'm doing has your best interest and mine. And if we could bring in Clay and Brody, I think
Can you
that
work on Brody?
Yeah, I can.
What's his name? Brody told me basically it's me on the chopping block.
Why? I don't understand the reason why.
I mean, between you and me, like, I would pick you for Daisy Chain just because I feel like I like you the most.
Like, I want you to stay because, like, I like Maddie, but I feel like you bring more to the table.
Mhm.
And we're a little bit more...
I think I might threaten them a little bit just because I won the first 2 and, like, I haven't sucked up to them.
Yeah.
And that's just not my style.
But, like, I don't know. Why would they want you out as opposed to Maddie? Like, what does Maddie bring to the table? How is she...
I think they just aren't threatened.
Exactly. So why would you want somebody that's not a threat to leave? Because then it, like, if you think, like, okay, think about it. The more powerful people there are in the game,
The more
then,
you
like,
can
the
form
less that, and, like, the less of a chance everybody has to be targeted.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
if Maddie stays, she's not a threat.
It's
so
just
people
like
are
the
gonna
next
keep,
round.
yeah, people are gonna keep on keeping her because she's not a threat.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
What do they all think? Like, nobody will talk to me, so.
I've only talked to Clay, and he didn't say anything about.
He can't vote right this one, but I guess he can break a tie.
Yeah, he breaks a tie. So, no, I haven't heard, like, which way people are voting.
Mm.
But, I mean, I was going to vote Maddie to be banished, but I don't want to be the only one, and
Right.
then that
They're,
put
like,
a target on my
yeah.
back. So, I'm just hoping my vote gets blocked.
Yeah.
Which might happen.
Right.
So, but, I mean, I would totally love for you to stay.
No, I know.
I know. I really want you to stay, but
Part of me, like now that I like kind of think I know my fate, wants the Daisy Chain to just be like, peace out, good luck, y'all.
Yeah, dude, I would so appreciate that, though.
I mean, that was like what I was thinking to begin with.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. I've had a lot of fun, and I would love the power trip of getting Daisy Chain and just getting to sort of like set it on fire as I exit the game. So it should be interesting to see.
Do you feel betrayed by anybody?
Not particularly. I think, unfortunately, like 2 of the closest people I like had in the game got knocked out the rounds before me. So it just kind of like the way the chips fell, the alliance that I wasn't a part of is sort of in power right now. But I think it's going to implode sooner rather than later because eventually they're going to have to turn on each other if one of them wants to win. So it should be interesting.
I don't know. I talked to Carlin, and we're kind of down to move forward with me, you, her, and either Clay or Johnny.
I like that.
But Clay makes me so nervous.
I talked with him, and so I was like, so how do you feel about the girls? I was like, just long term. I was like, are you gonna trust them or are you gonna trust us?
Yeah.
And he was not saying you in particular, just like, or I just like, do you understand the threat that comes with them? Because everyone sees them, basically. And he was like, I mean, I'm not going after him now, but I understand long term. And I was like, oh, no, that's not a great answer.
Not like that.
So it was a kind of a, I don't know where I want to go answer, if that makes sense.
I mean, I was thinking like today's just gonna be a perfect time to make a move on one of them.
I just don't know if we can, because I always just choose
exactly, but
someone
I think
else.
we can set it up to where they won't get the chance.
Maybe.
Because I told Carlin I would pick her, and then she could pick you,
Mhm.
and then you could pick Johnny.
Mhm.
Because I think how it's gonna go is
the thing is-
whoever goes home is gonna pick Laura.
Agreed.
I think they're gonna pick Laura. Laura will pick the person who stays, whether it's Gabby or Maddie, and then that person could
I
hopefully
agree. No.
pick.
Well, but
could
then
hopefully pick-
whoever the last person is, they get to choose who they're going up against.
Exactly, but it won't matter at that point because we'll have the numbers.
We should, because everyone can vote.
Exactly, and obviously, their target is so big as a 3.
Mhm. No, that's a good point. I didn't think that everyone could vote. I wasn't thinking that through.
Yeah.
So if I block your vote, is that something like I want to block someone's vote who I know, like down the line, I'll have that vote.
Yeah.
So as long as you can make that promise to me, I'm more than happy to give you a blocked vote. I was hesitant at first. I said, okay, that's 2 blocked votes. So that you would have 3 power, like 3
Right.
voting power.
Yeah.
But I can trust you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I wouldn't ask you for it
Yeah.
if you couldn't.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no problem blocking your vote.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll
All
tell
right.
Taylor now.
Sounds good. Who else are you blocking?
Brody.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And I think that keeps blocked votes within our little group, so that we can have more power
Yeah.
in the long run. And then when things get even harder,
Right. Yeah.
Because
Perfect.
I'm not worried about this round nor next round. I'm looking, to where we're back into like 7, 6, and I want to make sure that I can start forging alliances more closely than I am right now. I feel pretty confident with Brody, kind of waiting on Clay to see if that's going to work out, because I really would have a 3-person alliance. I really like the 3 girls, but in the end, I don't trust them because I know that they probably have a pack to go all the way. Hesitant to give my other block vote to Caitlin, but I think maybe that's a sign of good faith at least, and I can still depend upon her to get even might be the top 5 at least. So we'll see. That's it.
Who's your closest ally right now?
I guess it'd have to be Brody. I trust him the most, and I know that the girls don't trust him, and if I can have him on my side, and then that's at least some.
Last round.
Hi.
This is the person I was talking about. You're still good?
Yeah, you're blocked, and
you're blocked.
You're canceled.
Several?
And Caitlin's is blocked
Okay,
as well. She
good.
asked me and approached me, and
She has 2 now?
yeah, but I don't want to give it to.
There's not many other options.
Yeah, and I don't want to give it to another. That's just the safest bet for me right now.
Yeah, I understand.
So, I mean,
Hey, Johnny. Who are you blocking?
I'm going to block Brody and Caitlin.
Brody and Caitlin. Thank you.
Where are
you blocked?
Got your ass.
So sad.
So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know. Now you.
Yeah, now I know.
Do you have like a preference as to who stays and who goes?
I mean, honestly, it's just like whoever is best for the long run, you know what I'm saying?
Have you talked to other people and kind of gotten a feel for what they want? Like the other people in the game?
I haven't heard much. Everyone's a little hush-hush and keeping it
Yeah.
close. Do you have a preference, or are you
I
still
would-
weighing your pros and cons?
I would prefer to see Gabby stay.
Because, I mean, you're closer
I just feel like she brings more to the table, where I feel like Maddie is more of a floater
Absolutely.
type player. So I feel like Maddie is just gonna keep on being like stringed along. Like she'll get nominated, but then she'll keep surviving because she's not a threat.
And I think that's going to end up being the issue, is that people see Gabby as more of a stronger player.
Yeah.
And if, she were to stay, like she's coming after you type deal, whereas Maddie is the antithesis of that.
Right.
That's my only concern. So
Yeah, I would like
wishy-washy.
to see Gabby stay, but I also don't want to be like the only person that votes for her.
That's another concern, because that happened last round, and the Venus flytrap girls were like, "Who did that? Who was that one vote?"
Yeah.
And I think that partially is part of the reason why she is where she is.
Gotcha.
and say, hey, what's up? Hello.
Welcome.
What's up?
What does it sound like?
I get a mix between what they're saying.
Every time.
Sometimes. Some of them, like Brody was saying, he was like, I don't think anybody's gunning for you. He said that he thought that it was going to be Gabby. But I don't want to trust that. Because, like, you never know.
Yeah. Who else said you?
Carlin. Yes. Who are you thinking of?
I'm not voting you out.
Okay.
Brody and Caitlin have been blocked.
What's that?
Brody and Caitlin have been blocked.
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay. Got you. Great.
Making sure that.
Laura doesn't want to vote against the group, so she wants to vote with the majority,
Oh.
but she doesn't know what the majority is because I keep playing.
See if she guesses right.
I keep kind of playing games with her.
Why, Carlin?
Not games, but like I'm just like, well, you know, like pros and cons.
Oh,
type
come
deal.
on.
And she was like, yeah.
You with power. Love it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now with the climate of the game?
It's definitely overwhelming. There's so many aspects and people against other people. So right now I would say I'm pretty aligned with like the Venus Flytrap girls and Clay because they've been really loyal to me throughout. And also they're so powerful, so I don't really want to get on their bad side because they're just like kind of picking people off. But I do have, you know, loyal ties with Patrick, but I have to be wary of him because he is a strong player and I know he's backstabbing. The old thing that I would love to happen for the rest of the game, and I might watch this back and kick myself for it, is I would like the power to shift and to pick off the Venus Flytrap girls one by one and align myself closer with Brody, Patrick, and Clay. But it's a matter of getting Clay on our side because I know he has a strong alliance with the girls. But I think if we rallied together, we could make it far. So that's kind of like what I have in mind. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
Gotcha. So who do you feel closest to right now?
Oh, that's a really hard question.
Because it seems like you're in the mix with a lot of people.
I'm spread a little thin right now. I would have to say it's hard because I would say Clay because he gave me 2 of his seats. Like he kept his word and he tells me everything. But also Patrick was making sure that I was safe and like that my name wasn't brought up. And like we've been talking the most game, I feel like, out of anyone else that I've been speaking to. And I feel like he has my back. I'm just a little cautious about him, but I would like to work with him and I would like him to be 100% genuine and honest because I think we could be a dynamic duo.
So, I think it's Gabby. Everything I've heard is Gabby.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she's going to choose you for Daisy Chain. I don't need you to pick me necessarily if you don't want to, but I do trust you more than any of those girls, if you know what I'm talking about.
The Flytrap
people? They make me nervous next round.
Yeah.
Because if anyone starts that group, it's over.
Yeah.
They're the next 5 safe. Boom.
Aside from Gabby, who's most likely not going to be here, you and Patrick would be the top 2 people that I would pick.
Okay.
So.
I trust Carlin. Do you trust Carlin?
I don't know. She seems
I
kind of.
I'll say this. I think she has 2 people that they're on a pedestal in her mind, and that is Patrick and Clay.
Okay.
Don't know why, but every conversation I've had, that seems to be the vibe I'm getting. It's like
Yeah.
Patrick and Clay come first, everyone else comes second.
I like Clay. I don't have any issue with
I don't
Clay.
either. I just think he's tied to the girls, and the
Yeah.
girls scare me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that group. I think they're dangerous because.
In particular,
Lily.
for me, it's Caitlin. She will not look me in the eye, and every time.
Yeah, I don't
Every
talk to
time
any
I'm
of
like,
them.
I think we're good. She's like, well, I trust you for now, and I'm like, well, I don't like
That's
that.
weird. That's a
I'm like,
weird thing
I
to say.
Appreciate you being honest with me, but maybe like word it a little bit better to where I feel better about this.
Yeah, I don't talk to them because
I know,
that's how
I
I am in any game. Whenever there's people that I'm not aligned with, I just don't talk to them.
Gotcha. So
yeah.
next round, I think you're safe no matter what, which is good, because
Yes,
we
that
need
is very
we need to start the charge. of
Yes. So who are
rally
like
the
your
troops.
main people? Do you
I
trust Patrick?
I do. I
Yes.
do trust Patrick.
Yes,
I
same.
know that's probably not good that I trust Patrick. Like I know he's smart enough
Yeah, I mean, Patrick.
But at the
was-
same time, I still trust him because I
Patrick-
think he needs you and I as part of it.
Yeah.
That's the reason I trust him, not because I want to, but because I think he truly does need us, and I think he's not going to lie to us because of that.
Okay.
Clay, I don't know to trust him or not.
I'm okay with Clay. I don't have any issue with Clay.
I'm
at
in the
this
middle.
point.
I don't have an issue with him, but I don't know if he will side, where he will side when D-Day
Right.
comes.
It is time for another banishment from the Greenhouse Season 2. And this is a pretty big one because the person leaving the game right now will start off the daisy chain. I hope that's not news. All right, so before the other players get to vote, Maddie and Gabby, you each have one chance to give a quick speech on why you deserve to stay in the game. So let's go ahead. Maddie, you first.
I've had conversations with a lot of y'all, and I hope that y'all know that whatever I have said in those conversations, that I will keep to my word. So, there you go.
All right, you're up.
I've done everything in my power to be honest and a strong competitor, and I will make a really good ally if you decide to keep me.
All right, and that it is time to vote. Laura, first.
I would really like to see Gabby stay in this game, but at this point I pretty much know that that's not going to happen. So I don't want to stand out from the majority by giving her one vote and they're all going to know that it's me. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for Gabby to be banished. Love you though.
I hate to do this. I really do. I'm so sorry. But Gabby, I have to evict you. You're such a strong player, and I just really respect you. Much love.
Okay, so my vote, this was easy for me. I do feel like Gabby turned on me. I only had one vote for me last time and to be eliminated, and I do think that it was Gabby, so sorry, Gabby.
How am I voting? Maddie, Gabby, Maddie, Gabby. I'm gonna vote for Gabby.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded really empty.
Any comments? Oh, they're both empty right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
can
was
seal
like-
the votes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was like, oh shit. I'm about to go home. The lady said go home. Damn. Damn. I was like, wow, I've been bamboozled some years. Glad to know it was supposed to be empty. Okay.
From what I understand, everybody would like Gabby to go, and so I think she's the stronger player and the bigger threat in the long run. So that is going to be who I vote for. But I think Gabby is amazing.
Once I announce the result of the vote, the eliminated player will have a few moments to say her goodbyes, hop on that golf cart, and be whisked away to a thrilling and captivating exit interview with Brandon. By a vote of 5-0. Gabby, you have advantage from the greenhouse. Thank you for playing. Oh wait, yes. Wait. Don't move!
Oh my god.
Daisy chain. Daisy chain.
Who are you granting immunity to?
I will grant immunity to Laura.
Laura, you are immune and will start off the daisy chain.
Don't get me wrong.
Back on the cart. Gabby is the next casualty of the Greenhouse Season 2. The daisy chain kicks off the jury phase of the game next time on the Greenhouse.